What's good, YouTube? This is Dennis from Team DOA 973, coming at you with pretty much just a Yu-Gi-Oh rant about the year 2011. I'm going to be talking about deck ideas that I have for 2011 and decks that I think that shouldn't be ran as much. And yeah, I'm just going to get into it first. With the new 10s come this little pamphlet, I guess you can call it. And it has like a list of like a lot of decks that you can build yourself. And I think a lot of these decks only shouldn't have been built because they've been played with all year long. They're so like corny now, like blackwings. Like it shouldn't be any more blackwing decks. Like they're so boring. Like anytime I go against blackwings, my Cyber Dragon deck, you might as well just give it up. I automatically win, which is why I always come in like the last round of Swiss at my locals because I'm always going against like a lightsworn deck or a blackwing deck or a glad deck, and they're so easy to beat and they're so predictable. That's why everybody side deck against them. I think that everybody should start using original decks. I know I read about this before, but this is going into the new year. It's going to be 2011. There's going to be like plenty of cards like you got the Asgard gods coming out and things like that. Like I think people need to start just running different type of decks. Like stop being so predictable, being like everybody else. And on this pamphlet, it has a lot of decks. Like at Blackwings, it has. I don't think nobody should run, or it should be like lowered down. Like even inside the Shaman Jump magazine, the one that came with it just got a raw this month. It has like Blackwings as a deck for beginners that even like 10-year-olds can just throw together and use. Point proven. Like 2 weeks ago, I made a Blackwing deck, mad random. And I made it to the first round of Swiss, and I lost to lightsworns, which is fine because the deck was thrown together like that morning. Like that's how simple Blackwings are. And then you have Quick Draw Dandy Warrior, which is not too bad. It's something new, but it's also something everybody's running now. And then you have Glads. Like, come on, people try to change it up and make it like dimensional Glads, but they're still Glads. They still do the same thing. Infernities, I don't have too much of a gripe with, but they are nuisances. Like I don't run into it a lot, but when people run into it, it doesn't aggravate me because it's not that common. Like even in the Jump magazine, when they was talking about decks, this is like an advanced deck. Like you can't just throw Infernities together and just use it. So I really don't have anything against Infernities. Monarchs are like overplayed. Gadgets, machina gadgets, like overplayed. Like when I go against that with my Cyber Dragon deck, that's what I use all the time now. It's just like it's nothing. Like you just summoned your machina fortress and 2 of them and whatever. I'll just take them all and Chimera check over dragon, whatever. It's so easy, so predictable. Lightsworns are like so played out. Even though this weekend at locals, I went against a guy who had like he called it debris swarm. He had like debris dragons in it. He was syncering a lot. I think it was kind of unique. It was fun to play. It was different. But still, all in all, lightsworns are lightsworns. Like, once you drop JD, I'm just going to drop Cyber Echelon, pop your whole field, and then, like, limit removal and attack you for game, after a trap's done or whatever. X-Sabers, I don't see as much now, but they're still pretty boring and predictable. They all do the exact same thing, like. So it's easy to side deck against it. Like, hero rule number 2, like, owns this deck. Because you can't access Raikagera effect, you can't access Full Troll effect. Like, it just destroys it. Even Gravekeepers kind of destroyed their effect. Like, the infinite loot you can't get because of, like, hero rule and stuff like that. Twilight decks, I like the variants of Twilight decks, like how people could just do different type of Twilight decks, like you say, like Lightsworn Twilight and just regular Twilight decks, utilizing, like, different monsters or whatever. And then you have Morphtronics, which you don't see ran a lot anymore, but when you do see them run, if somebody runs it good, it's a really good deck, and it's very, very competitive. You have the other side, which is more newer decks. Plants are like old and played. Notori's are new. I would love to see like a good Notori deck. Watts, I think they have a lot of potential as well as Scraps. Amazon is another good deck. Gravekeeper's been around for a while, but they're just starting to get used a lot. But let's see what happens with that. Six Sams, I think it's going to be completely refreshed when the true Six Sams come out, so I don't have a gripe against them. Kokimaros are a very, very technical deck. I like to see people run that because it has a higher difficulty level than your average deck. Elemental Heroes, Machines are okay. Considering I run Cyber Dragons, and it's not just a regular machine deck. Zombies are like old and dead, I think. And then Exodia. And just to prove my point, like, I'm on TCGplayer.com, And it has like the top decks of all the regions. As you can see, from 1st to 16th place, all you have is like plants, machina guys, blackwings, lightsworns, X-Sabers, gravekeepers. Like, and that was a regional, I think, in Atlanta. And then you have another regional, which is, hold on, I can actually look it up for you, which is in Philadelphia. Philadelphia region was top decks, blackwings, X-Saber, machina, X-Saber, quick draw, plants. Like, so boring. Another regionals, which is in San Jose. They have plants, gadgets, X-Saber, quick draw, blackwings, quick draw, blackwings, Gemini. That's amazing. Like, Gemini took first place. Like, I think that's kind of cool that Geminis took first place like that. And because Geminis to me are different. I've never, ever ran against a Gemini deck. Like, never. And then you have in Toronto, the top decks are Quick Draw, Glads, Flamevale, Lightsworns, Infernities, X-Sabers, Machina, X-Saber, Infernities, X-Saber, Glads. Like, it's really repetitive to me. I think it's all crazy. And, you know, for 2011, I'm going like out of the box. Like, I'm going really crazy with it. Like, here's one of my deck ideas. I'm going to run like Fish Synchro. Because it's so broken and it's so good. Like, these are just some of the cards with some of the good combos. Like, one of the greatest combos in there. You summon Cooler Cat. You activate this ability. You get out 2 of these and 2 4-stars. You can get two level 8 synchro monsters, like, really fast. I've been playtesting this deck already. I've even gotten out a Shooting Star Dragon, which was, like, awesome. And then I'm going to go, like, even more crazy, and I'm going to do a Karibo deck. And why? Because Karibo is just so good. Like, they have so many different combinations. Like, not only do they stop you from taking battle damage and end your opponent's battle phase, like, you got Win Karibo level 10, who, like, destroys all their monsters, and they lose life points equal to the total amount of attack points of the monster destroyed. Then you have the combination, like, Multiply and Detonate. You can destroy up to 5 cards on this side of the field. Berserk Crush, remove from play a monster. Karibo, or one Win Karibo comes, get the game the attack of that monster for that turn. So yeah, really broken. It's going to be really fun. Do you have Win Karibo level 9, which is just like DC negates your magic card. This special summons himself from your hand. Actually negates your magic card. Comes out and he gets 500 attack points for every spell and trap in their opponent's graveyard. So like, it's so beast to me. And Fortune Ladies, which is just like a really good deck overall because they access like a lot. Like, they access like Chaos Sorcery, they access Dark Samorg, they access so much. Just like the Karibo deck. The Karibo deck can access Chaos Sorcerer and like all the Sky Scourge monsters. Like, really good. Fortune's Future is just like it's really good for this deck. It's just like crazy. This deck swarms out. The effects are like nuts. Like, boom, you drop her, you destroy magic traps on your opponent's side of the field. Up to the number of Fortune Ladies on your side of the field. Fortune Lady Light, when she's removed from the field by anything other than battle, you can special summon anyone. When she's special summoned by a Fortune Lady effect, she destroys a monster on the opponent's side of the field, and your opponent loses attack points, life points equal to the attack of that monster. Like, so fucking broken. Like, so fucking good. This card removes it from play when that's summoned. Like, that sets up like so many plays for you, and it also disrupts your opponent. Like, it makes so they don't have monsters. Like, so if you just activate this, and then, you know, activate something like Heat Wave or whatever the case may be, like, you would just like stop some of their plays. Like, this card is like so good, like so damn good. When you attack a monster, every time this card attacks and destroys a monster, you can special summon a Fortune Lady from your graveyard to your side of the field. So if you have 2 of those, you get 2 more Fortune Ladies. So you can just go, bam, attack, bring back, award it to draw, bring back, fire to destroy that monster, and then attack with another monster. It's just like, it's crazy. Castle is self-explanatory. And then it has like a massive draw power. It has Fortune's Future. It accesses Allure of Darkness. It accesses Fortune Lady Water. Pot of Avarice, like a lot of draw power. And then you have Earth, who's just like the beater, small burn, you only want one of her. Whatever. So yeah, that's pretty much my rant. Just like I'm getting really bored and tired of people running the same deck. So if you like this video and if you like that what I'm talking about, then you definitely have to subscribe, comment, and like the video, because it's 2011. It's time for a new game. Like, all these decks have been ran for like, you know, a year and a half, and they're really boring and they're really repetitive. And I know I'm not the only one out here who feels the same way. So if you feel the same, throw up the deuces to these decks, man, and like this video and show them what time it is. This is Des from Team DOA, and we out.